Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Zenji and we're going to be playing Frostpunk 1. And this is episode 2. But yeah, hope you're all doing well and let's get into it. So, where we last left off, we were looking to add some scouts to our team. So before we do that, we need 40 wood. Currently we're on our way towards that. And yeah, we need to start gathering, of course, more coal. Hopefully, by tomorrow, because we're midway through day 3, things will change. We'll have this up and running. And hopefully we will have our coal thumper ready to go. Alright, so we're going to be going with hunter's gear. We desperately need food because we're going to be in quite a dire situation very soon. Okay, so okay, we're going to be building that just over there, connecting it with a road. Alright, because we're in a bit of a spot here. Shit. You might do and extend the shift just so that we can get the 2 wood we need. Just to get a scouting crew ready to explore the plains, frozen plains. Of course, there's dire consequences towards that. We just lost someone. Isn't great. But of course we're playing on very, very difficult or extreme. Alright, we're shifting some workers over to the coal thumper for tomorrow. It's going to be a really tough day. So you need to focus everyone over here. Yeah, 10 workers there, 10 workers there. That should get us through most of the day, 4 to 8. Oh, it is going to be rough. We might even need to build another gathering post for this coal patch over here, which is a good 1,000 coal, so that would come in very handy. But yeah, we're going to speed time up a bit just to get to the start of the workday. Speed time up just so that we can get these people out. Alright, so unfortunately we don't have any extra rations for kids, so now we're going to go, no, we can't afford it. Alright, we finally have enough wood. We're going to send a scouting party out. So you click on your scouting party, and then you click on your location, green arrow, and they will make their way there. So they'll get there in about 10 hours and 49 minutes, and it will pop up here when they're ready for us to interact with the location. Right now we have an excess of 6 people needing work. Main issues is coal, so we'll be maximizing that. We do have a shortage. We have an excess of 1 child laborer. We're not going to worry too much about that. Actually, no, wait. Add him back in there. Okay, so I say we take these engineers out of there. We're going to need them. Tell you why. So we're going to have to start addressing the really sick people. Of course, we need a new medical post, which costs 25 wood. And then we need to build a resource depot, which costs 40 wood. So 65 in total. We do have enough steel, fortunately. We will need to obviously address that when we get closer to that. For right now, we just need to stockpile a good 200 coal. That's the plan at the moment. We do have 5 people available. And 10 people in this gathering post, which isn't doing too well. As you can see, it is cold, or very cold. So technically we should be turning this off. We are quite desperate at the moment. We do need wood, a lot of it. So yeah, I think we need to push it a bit. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. We'll add the engineers back there. Okay, we can add a new law. Okay, so there's 2 options: food additives or soup. Food additives are better, I think. So we can add sawdust to meals to make them more filling, although not exactly tasty or healthy. So this does stretch our rationing. It can make people sick, but out of the 2 options, people prefer sawdust. I know. Discontent is not very good for us. But, with sawdust, that stretches it to 6 times, so 11 raw food will go into 66 edible food rations. Of course, that is the next law we're going to be addressing, which will be health related. So obviously we can see what we can do there. When you do click the a first response there, it'll add in a new sort of mini quest on the left. And if you don't complete that, people get angry and then your discontent will rise. For now, we're going to focus on, I would say, getting the next thump up. We want 2 thumpers and we want a resource depot. We're almost there. And let's see if we can get that in time. We lost someone, unfortunately. Okay, so he was severely sick. Unfortunately, that's just one of those things. We're going to be losing people. It sucks. We will shift this time back to 6 just because it is too cold. We don't want to lose any more. And yeah, if we go to our economy tab, we can actually see we're in the positive for coal gain and coal consumption. When things get dire, we will be going into overdrive on our steam core. But yeah, you can see the gathering process doing well. Daily gain is at 180. See our workforce, efficiencies, and gains. Sure, and also gives you time scale. So our current level of coal, 133, will last 22 hours. So we can balance things out accordingly. We're not going to get enough wood in time to build a second, what do you call it? medical post. Sure, we will address the next issue, which will be setting up a new housing district over here. They would think having everyone around the central point would be the best option, but actually having just different district zones is more efficient, because getting this the generator to tier 2 takes a very long time, and obviously we don't have time. We've got to rush things and get things going. Yeah, it's kind of like a race to survive. Of course, people want their homes to be heated. So there's a couple of options here. We can heat some homes. We'll have 2 days. We'll start heating 4 of the cold homes within 2 days. Keep them heated for 2 days. Yeah, so either option we pick here doesn't really matter because everything's in a circle at the moment. So, I mean, I guess we go for the higher option, which gives us maybe more hope. Of course, we'll figure that out. Okay, so we found some survivors. We're going to be sending them to the city. So as you can see, there's 22 workers, 9 engineers, and 4 kids. That makes about 35 people, and we have 10 people per tent, so we need at least 4 tents to cater to these new survivors. But yeah, we're going to send them to the city because we're still going to be looking for resources. So we're going to go to the sturdy shelter. Hopefully we find some resources over there. And yeah, with our coal thumper here, this should mitigate our coal losses. But of course people are not happy. It's just cold. People are miserable. Don't blame them. As you can see here, it's chilly. People are falling ill. I don't know why they wouldn't be standing right around that, but of course can't do that really. I think towards day 6.5 we'll be putting on the overdrive. This will consume a lot more coal, probably double the amount we have. So we're going to save that just for the right moment. Yeah, everything's about timing and minimizing your mistakes. So we need to be smart with our plays and try not to be too clever and too greedy. But yeah, so the next research in the technology tree is going to be the steam hub. It's going to be important for us to cater towards our district. And then once we have our district set up, we're going to be doing fighting arena, public house, and yeah, and probably the care house. But surprisingly, things are going quite well. You know, not that many sick people. I think this game sort of teaches you as it goes on. There's just no room for error. You got to keep people healthy, happy. You got to take them out of certain situations. For instance, these people should not be working here. Engineers are probably the most valuable people we have. They want to keep them alive as long as possible. So, for instance, you shouldn't have people in these piles during these chilly days. Obviously, if time gets desperate enough, we should, but we'll try and manage without it. Currently, we do have a good coal reserve happening right over here. But our next issue is going to be wood. So there's 2 options for that. We can either gather what we have around us, or we can add in a sawmill. This will allow us to farm these frozen trees in different zones. Of course, if we do it over here, once this pile is done, or this one, we'll be able to have access to more wood. But our scouts do find more wood sometimes, and when they return, they bring that with them. Sure, let's speed time up and hopefully address some of the health concerns by tomorrow. As you can see, the numbers are just rising and rising. So tempting to use the overdrive, but we have to restrain ourselves. It's not easy. A new law. You will do this. Ooh, yeah. The funerals. So that will give us some hope.
Hear me. New law in the city.
Or when someone dies, it lessens the amount of discontent. Okay, so the scouts have reached a new shelter. Okay, so we have wood, steam cores, and food rations. So 191 wood, 1 steam core, and 99 food. So I'm going to take that and send them back to the city. I think it's important just to stock up on these things before people start getting desperate. And we do need the wood. We won't touch these wood piles until the temperature increases. It's just very risky. Keeping people alive is our main priority. Coal thumper is working away. Next step is going to be heating, so steam hubs. And then if we do get enough access to... These guys are working. Okay. So a new band of misfits has joined us. Okay, people from our convoy, so reunions have happened. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships. But shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expedition left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. So yeah, we obviously have a side quest now to look for another settlement. That's where our scouts will come into play, and I'm sure they're down here somewhere, yeah. That's where we need to go. But of course, it's not about just getting to that point just yet. We need to balance things out. So our scouts will bring back 191 wood very soon. So I'm not going to put the people in danger just yet by having them gather all this. We do have workers in these gathering posts, which is quite nice. And you'll have to click on them every now and then just to make sure that if someone has passed away, guess that the building has been replenished pretty much. Alright, so he gets here in 7 hours. That puts us about 8. It's gonna be tight. And we do have a lot of people. No, I just said that, but you know, we need the wood. Also, you don't want to go too fast. Alright, we're starting to lose people to obviously frostbite, so we want to make sure that we have enough room here. We're going to dismantle this home. Trust me on this, it's for the greater good. So we're going to dismantle this one and then possibly this one, just so that we can start building our medical posts in the center column here. It's going to be very helpful later down the line, because people need heat. And as soon as you go into the second layer ring, it becomes very difficult to heat them with the core at or the generator at level 1. So we're going to make sure that we get that going. We only need 3 homes. We built 1, but we are removing this one. So right now it is balanced, and we're going to be using the next 25 wood to build another medical post. But we are lucky, we do have some workers available, so they are building that during the daytime. And then we're going to be adding in a little bit of... it's risky. Very risky. Let's get our second medical post and then we can put people back into these positions. Food. The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now food, there will be no city if we starve to death. Procure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. So on the tech tree, that is something we can do to provide meals. Of course, we can also stretch our meals. But yeah, so just another pop-up for searching for other people in the wilderness. And that means survivors that are out there. I guess they're building these first, yeah. And then once they're done with that, they'll do that. So after the steam hubs, we're going to go here 2, which is drawing board. And then from there, we're going to go hothouse. And hothouse requires team cores, which you do have 1 and another one on its way. Luckily, people are... We do have food incoming, so people are not going to starve too much. So that will be imminent. Of course. Okay. We will feed some people. This works in our favor because we do know we have food on the way. Of course, we want to preempt a lot of that. So here's an example of a broken promise. Of course, when you break promises, hope falls and discontent rises. Oh, and that hurts a lot. It's because I selected... Never mind. Oh, here's some food. This game can be brutal sometimes. Well, 2 medical posts just because we can, and then to maximize efficiencies, we're going to go observatory and then gloomy cave and do like 2 settlements at a time. Of course, the scouts for some reason don't get tired, so they can just come in and out, which is quite nice. By tomorrow we should have the steam cores up, and that means we can build in this zone and then keep these people very happy. We'll have 3 medical posts, which can then quell some discontent. And we do have a good storage amount of coal, so it's about a 1-day storage amount. But very important that we feed everyone. We cannot let discontent rise anymore. So for adaptations, we're going to have to go positives. So fighting arena, public house. Ignore some of the more radical things. If we do radical treatment, we'll need to do the care house. Okay, so we have our 3 medical posts up. Just having 3 medical posts in the center ring has really lowered discontent and the amount of sick people. Of course, if you look at the temperature overlay, people are still very cold on this circle, but we are going to be fixing that. As soon as we get the steam core built. But we've lost another gravely ill person. We do have an excess of people unemployed, so what we can do is build more hunters' huts. Hopefully that will create some more food stores for us, reserve. Oh, that sound gets me every time. Well, we only have 2 people who are not being treated. 3, 4. Okay, that's just going up incredibly fast. Hungry or fed? Okay, so because we completed that sort of obligation, hope has risen. As you can see there, but as soon as we heat the homes, I know discontent will drop. So we have to wait until I think day 7, and we can double the output of our generator. It is risky. You can lose the game in a matter of moments. It does give you a chance sometimes to come back from that. Either by using a steam core or sacrificing a child. Obviously those don't sound very good, but that is the reality of it.
Work time. Get moving.
Alright, so we're in day 6 at the moment. We have a good supply of coal and wood. We're about to get the... what do you call this? Okay, it's not there yet. But it's the steam heater. Okay, so we're at the observatory. Oh, by the way, when we're in this zone here, it actually pauses the game, which is quite nice. So we can take our time to read things and really look at specific information. So we can explore here. We see the sun is dimming. So we can either escort the survivors back, send them back, or just leave the survivors to their fate. We are going to send the survivors to the city, and hopefully they get back in time. So we'll do a loop, a crash site, and then gloomy cave. Hopefully that will allow us to gather a bit more resources before we make a big trip out to the steel bridge. Alright, so we're still waiting for this to be the steam hub. Yeah, that's it. To be researched. It is almost there. Alright, there we go. Okay, to maximize our efficiencies, we're just gonna start the next research thing. So we're gonna go with drawing boards. It does cost a lot of wood, but it is quite important. Alright, so we're gonna do the steam hub. So what I'm thinking is like somewhere over here. Yeah, over here. Maybe actually here for now. Then whoever does come to the city can actually build in this zone. We'll do that. Because we do want to preempt some of these people that are coming. It's about 40. So we will build 4 homes there. We do have extra workers to build that for us, which is quite nice. We do have some hunters available. 5 in each. Alright, so there's a cemetery pop-up here. This child is obviously very sad. It's one of the things you can't avoid. Hope does fall sometimes. Hey, sometimes it's just miserable, you know? But we must persevere and carry on. So guys, we're going to leave it there for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.